What's up, guys? It's Dr. Chad Schleiger, just coming at you today with a public service announcement. Just a little message I got from the gym today. While I was on the treadmill running sprints, I had a family friend come up to me, and he had said hi to me. And he asked how I was doing. I told him I was doing good. He said, I had talked to your mother-in-law a few weeks ago, and she told me that you ruptured your Achilles 5 months ago. And I was on the treadmill on sprints, running my sprints, and I said, yeah, and I think I'm doing pretty good. And I said, aren't you supposed to be in Florida? How are you doing? And so he's a snowbird. From September all the way through March, he goes to Florida with his wife. And he said, yeah, but it's just been one of those years. And I said, one of those years, what does that mean? And he goes, well, you see, my wife, her hip, it had fractured. And she had to go in to the hospital for surgery. When she was in for surgery, she got septic pneumonia because her body's immune system was compromised from not working right for 10, 20, 30 years. Even though she was in the most sanitary conditions in the world in a hospital, she got sick. And when she ended up went into a coma for 14 days. They had to keep her alive with a ventilator. When she woke up, she had gotten out, and within a few days, she separated her hip again. And actually, when she was walking, she dislocated her hip. She had to go in for a full hip replacement. During that procedure, she almost died again. And when she got out, dislocated her hip, the full hip replacement got dislocated, and they had to go back in and repair that. He said it's been a long winter. You see, my friend thought that his retirement was going to be stuffing enough money away in order to go and spend 6 months down in Florida as he got older with his wife. But now this disease process that he could have avoided, his wife could have avoided, but there were blind spots in her health that they didn't know about, that went 10, 20, 30 years, and now they probably got tens of thousands of dollars of debt if it's not covered by Medicare, which is paid by us, taxpayer dollars. So if you want to know how to get your tax bill down, you can start taking care of your health right now, which will avoid those expenses in the future for all of us. And some of us are just kind of sleepwalking through life. We're in a coma. And when's the day when you're going to wake up? And you're not going to end up like 84% of Americans that have some type of sickness or disease that could have been completely prevented and avoided had you known what health is. You see, most Americans think that health is just looking good, feeling good in the absence of symptoms. And disease is invisible. You can't feel it. You see, when I was in college, I had a grandmother who had an 8-pound tumor that was growing on her liver. And when she bent over, the only thing that she felt like it almost was like a strain in her rib. When she went in, she was feeling a little lethargic. They went in, they did tons of exams for 6 months, couldn't find anything. Finally, they did a biopsy of her liver because her liver panels weren't showing up normal anymore. And she had an 8-pound tumor that was producing chemicals which actually destroyed her heart. She didn't make it out of the procedure. But I guarantee it, if we were to examine her spine today, there would be parts in her spine that were choking off life to those organs, function of those organs, and those organs were then starting to produce disease. And when's that day when you're going to learn about those blind spots? When's that day when you're not going to end up in the nursing home? And the answer to that question is now. It's today. So I wanted to invite you guys this Wednesday at 6 o'clock and Saturday at noon. We're going to be hosting our orientation class yet again, just like we do every single week. So you can tag a friend, invite a friend, click the share button. I want you guys to like it on here. And I want you guys to remember this. Disease is not a person. It's a process. It doesn't care about your excuses and reasons. If you scroll through this and you don't watch it or you don't show up, it doesn't care. It doesn't care if you don't have the time. It doesn't care if you're a good person or that if you don't have the money. So you can go to another chiropractor, but you're not going to get our message. You can go to another chiropractor, but you're not going to get our system, and you darn sure aren't going to get me. And I care about you, unlike disease. I'll see you soon.